Hello all, Seriously is here, back for more tips and tricks. This time it's for the Remnant update. We have both a couple of specific tips for the Expedition, the Remnant Expedition, but also for the Remnant hauling and processing of waste. We're going to get to those in a second. The general tip about the Expedition: I am on the Expedition currently on my second save. I have finished it. You can see I've got new reward and final phase. That means you're done. You don't need to go through all these. If it says this, you've done everything. You might not have collected all your rewards, but you got them all. The tip I want to give, and this was pointed out to me and I did not notice this during my first expedition, but you do not need to do road trip milestones after you've done the checkpoint milestones before you go to the next checkpoint. So, in theory, what you can do is when you get to this part of phase 1, you get to checkpoint 1, or you want to go to checkpoint 1, you have this ability to go there, target it, head there. Don't pick up anything at checkpoint 1. Maybe drop a save beacon down at checkpoint 1, because you won't have a way to mark this one in specific later. So if you want to mark each of them, drop a save beacon at each of them. Maybe color them different, something like that. But then, after you've gotten to this one, go to phase 2, click on checkpoint 2, scan again, go to checkpoint 2. Don't pick up anything there, drop down another save beacon, go to checkpoint 3, 4, 5. What I did on this version of the expedition is I went to 1, picked up everything there, went to 2, picked up everything there, came back and processed it, went to 3, and then 4 right away, because 3 and 4 are about 1 minute and 30 seconds apart by Colossus. You definitely, I shouldn't have, but I did pick stuff up here, brought it to 4, picked up everything there, and brought it all back to the processing plant. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend going to 3, getting the milestone, going to 4. 3 is on the way back to the processing plant, so go to 4, pick up everything, go back to 3 with everything from 4, pick up everything there, go to the processing plant. And then you can do phase 5 separate, or you can just go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go pick up at the closest plant back and forth from the processing plant back and forth to get all 16 of your items handed in, because you're going to need those as well. Okay, so that's it for the specific expedition stuff. Let's get into hauling. One thing to note is that stuff on the ground will not save. When you load the game, it will despawn. So keep stuff in the bed of your truck. It will, when you save the game, and you're going to need a save beacon or a save point to save the game, or the save and chart beacons over there, the waypoints as the game calls them. Save your game here. That's your only way to save the game. Getting in and out of the Colossus does not save your game. But saving your game will save everything in the back of your cab. So let's go over a quick driving tip. You can see I have put in the S-Class modules, and I have put this in a supercharged slot and this in a supercharged slot. So we have lots of top speed. Now that can easily make stuff fly out, but the tip I want to give is a Simpsons reference. Tappa, tappa, tappa. As you can see, I'm not pressing any buttons at all. We're going down a hill. It's a bit bumpy. No problem. You do steer by turning, and you cannot change your direction unless you're giving forward or backward momentum. You have to be pressing backwards or pressing forwards to change your direction. So one tip about steering the Colossus. Now this next one, the tappa tappa tappa, is about keeping stuff in your truck bed. If you have a high speed, you can change your direction quickly, change your way you're facing, and just keep tapping that button and you'll slowly turn around. The same is true for going over bumps. We've got a hill to go over. This lip, I don't want to change direction and go all the way around. That way looks pretty smooth. We could find smooth ways, but if we just tap going over hills and bumps, we do not go full speed and we don't lose our stuff. So let's get back to the processing plant for the most important tip I'm going to give for the Remnant update. We didn't go that far. Where'd it go? I think it's just up this hill here. So on the Expedition, another thing is people have put comm stations down and they are showing up, but players' bases are not showing up for some reason, and I think it's because players, we all start at the same site on the planet. We're all starting at the exact same spot. So I don't think it's showing bases because we would have just built roads over all of the hilly spots. Player bases would be everywhere, making it super easy, so I think they've just disabled player bases showing up. Okay. When you get to your destination here at a processing plant and you've got a load of stuff, my recommendation, I don't know if you should tip it onto this disposal platform. Just in case, we're going to tip it in front of the middle one here, the radioactive. Just put the back of your Colossus there. Dump your hull on the ground. Jump into your Colossus with your cab blocked, and then pull away a little bit, and then you can put your cab back down. If you put this bed back down before you pull away, stuff will end up back on the truck. Now, this is the most important tip. When using the Gravitino gun, it's called the Gravitino gun, what's it called? Coil, Gravitino Coil. And you pick something up, it is a simple click, not a simple hold, click and hold, it is a simple click. And it is the same button to let go gently. Think of it as pick up, put down, it's like a light switch, on, off, it's one button press for both. The other button on a mouse, it's the left button to throw. So, my tip is, and the most important tip is, don't move. See where my feet are? I'm not running around. I am not running to pick up loot. Do not move to pick up loot ever. You are almost always in range of the loot. Throw it away. I missed. Oh, I missed. I can call it back to me. I don't have to run to pick up the loot, and that is important because that will help us narrow down where to aim. Is this high enough? Nope. But if I move, I'm not going to know that I didn't aim high enough. There we go, that was high enough. If we stay still, we can learn where to aim. That was too far to the right. I'm not going to move, I'm going to call it back to me. So, make sure you plant yourself in a position where you can reach all three easily. I recommend the middle because it's very easy for the toxic stuff. You just shoot it over the top, basically anywhere. It'll hit a sort of invisible net, and it'll go in. You don't have to worry about shooting it over. It won't go over. It'll go in. These two are more direct. You shoot sort of at the mouth from this range. I have not noticed that bigger items are heavier, if you notice. We shot that at the same height as we shot the small ones, and it went in as well. Maybe it's just because we're so close. In fact, I shot that one higher than normal, and it went too high. There we go. So, and my final tip is I don't even know if we can showcase this outside of the expedition. No, we can't. In your log, if you are outside the expedition, you will be able to go to here. It won't be in your exploration guide, but there'll be a mission for having got the Gravitino Coil installed, and it will show you your total amount of different kinds of barrels properly scrapped. It will also show you the amount of regular scrap burned in one of those. Each of those gets you one of your unlocks for the Colossus. So you're going to have to process, I think, 50 of these, 50 of these, 50 of these, and I think only 30 of the general to get most of your unlocks, and then the other stuff you're going to get by breaking stuff with your scraper. This thing here, it is technically called, we're going to go with the actual name, the excavation blade. There's a scuffed paint job you can get, a customization for the Exocraft that you get by using that and just breaking stuff outside the expedition. So that's it. Nice quick tips for the Remnant update. Specifically, most importantly, stay still. Don't run to your loot. Bring your loot to you. It'll really help you narrow down where you need to shoot. One last tip is you can double tap stuff. So we're going to go this far away, We're going to shoot it. You can see that didn't get anywhere close enough. We'll call it back. We'll shoot it and we'll click again before it hits the ground. And it does go farther. I'm bad at it, but you can do it. Oh, there we go. Got a double hit even after it hit the ground. So you can shoot stuff even further, and you can actually send stuff outside of your own possible pickup range by double tapping it. So you gotta be careful with that. You also gotta be careful about hills and stuff. If you launch stuff downhill, it can roll out of your pickup range, but your pickup range is huge when you're at one of these plants. You don't really need to worry about running to pick up your scrap. Bring it to you. But that is it for today, everybody. Until next time, have a good time.